joining me. My name is Liz Spurlock, and I am the CEO of Hortus Health, as well as a licensed speech-language pathologist. Hortus Health is a home healthcare agency located in the greater Philadelphia area that supports adults with disabilities and seniors to live in their desired place with independence. We provide quality supports to assist individuals in completing activities of daily living, socializing within their community, as well as supporting them to find and maintain successful employment. Today I'm coming to you to introduce a 5-part series I'm putting together related to interviewing for a job. The first part will cover body language and positioning. Second is answering and asking questions, followed by dressing for success, what to do the day of the interview, and lastly, following up after the interview. I hope you find these helpful and feel free to share. Let's get started. Great news! You were asked to come in for an interview. This is an exciting endeavor and a step in the right direction for a potential new job. There are some things you need to think about when preparing for an interview to make the best representation of yourself. These are things that you can start to practice at home, in the community, or with a friend prior to the interview. To get us started, I want you to think about the word communication. So, what do you think of when you hear that word? For many, it is directly correlated with talking. However, the truth is, communication comes in many forms, both verbal as well as silent. Remember, communication isn't just the process of verbally speaking with somebody. Body language and gestures are also a form of communication and can be just as important in sending the right message to someone. First things first, when you enter an interview, you always want to greet the interviewer or other staff with a smile and a very polite greeting. Make sure to tell them who you are and why you're there. Saying something like, "Good morning, my name is Liz. I'm here to meet with John to interview for a position." This will help someone understand who you are and why you're there. This is also important so that you're not mixed up with a potential customer or client. Let them know why you are there. These types of greetings are something that you can practice while in the community, at a grocery store, on the phone, or even with a friend. Inform others of your presence because it is important. So those are some examples of our verbal communication, but let's dive into nonverbal communication because sometimes this communication speaks the loudest without even ever saying anything. These come in the form of facial expressions, body language, and posture. The day of your interview, be sure to smile and look enthusiastic. Smiles go a long way, and an employer might not actually think you're serious about a job or an interview if you appear to be under the weather or lack of excitement to speak with them. This might look like So be sure to flash those pearly whites and wear that nice, beautiful smile. The next thing to consider is eye contact. While eye contact may not be comfortable for everyone, be sure to do your best to maintain eye contact or at least check in from time to time by looking the interviewer in the face. This allows the interviewer to know that, one, you are paying attention and that you are also serious about what they have to say or what they want to ask you. Aside from your facial expressions, you want to check your posture. Posture is how you hold yourself up. Someone who is slouching, like this, might seem tired or uninterested, while someone sitting up straight will appear more attentive and interested. Don't worry about sitting up like a soldier, but check your slouching. Keep your hands either folded on the table or maybe holding a pen. This will send a more positive message instead of your hands stuffed in your pockets or your arms crossed. And don't be afraid to practice these skills so that you're more mindful the day of the interview. It would be great to have coffee with a family member, and while you have the conversation, think about your posture and your body language. Don't be afraid to tell them what you're working on so that they can give you constructive feedback as well. Give yourself reminders. If you need to, perhaps maybe wearing a discreet rubber band or bracelet would help serve as a reminder to check in with yourself. Practicing these tips and tricks and remembering them on the big day is the road to a successful interview. You got this. So remember, check in with us to hear about more tips and tricks and to get you ready for this interview. Our next segment will focus on how to prepare for the interview in regards to answering and brainstorming questions to ask. Thanks for joining in, and we can't wait to see you back for part 2.